Welcome. Oh, you can't see the screen. There we go. Welcome to Baldur's Gate 3. I've already started and it says 9 hours, but I've done a little save scumming. So Steam says I have more. Baldur's Gate 3 is based on the D&D Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition rule set with some kind of like adaptations to make it work for a video game, of course. So I wanted to go ahead and make another character and go a different route, which I'll talk about more once we're in the game. And I thought that quarantine is weird, distance is weird, and you know, I wanted to record some gameplay if anybody, any of my friends wanted to see, or maybe if you kind of want to listen to a new person chat about playing games. So we'll get into it. I do want to let you know that the opening sequence has some eye gore. So if eye gore is a little much for you, I will tell you and put a timestamp for when the eye gore is over, and I'll do a summary. So if anybody's skipping that, I don't blame you. So we'll go ahead and start our game. And for anyone skipping the opening cutscene, I'll tell you what happened when we come back. So we'll go ahead and start the cinematic. And I'll try not to talk during cinematics. Cutscenes, fair game, but not the cinematics. Ooh, that cinematic always gets me because I am not for Igor. So we're in character creation. So what happened for anyone who skipped that was that we're somewhere and we've been captured by something, mind flayers, but we'll find that out in just a second. And the mind flayers put something in our eye, and it burrowed into our brain. And it looks like we're captured on a ship. We're gonna make a ranger for this playthrough. My other playthrough is a tiefling warlock. I thought about making a fighter, but went against it. And so I asked my friend what we should go for, and he said go for drow. Drow are the dark elves of D&D, and so I'm picking a skin color. A really good video about this character creation, if you want to get super in depth with it, is by Joe Cat on YouTube. I'll link below. He has a really good video about the character creation options. And seeing his video and just seeing the character creator, I was kind of sold on Baldur's Gate. It is in early access and I have run into bugs. Nothing serious, but it is in early access. They're mostly funny. But just so you know, we'll see some and I'll point them out because they'll crack me up. I'm liking Dusk and I'm liking Ash. Lichen? No, like it? Lichen? Like, I know it's Moss. Dusk 5. Let's go with Ash 5. Female. Let's hear. Male and female voices can both be used.
Hells.
A tidy slot.
The stone's less worn here.
Hells.
A tidy slot, but...
The stone's less worn here.
Hells. Something just woke up down here.
A tidy slot.
The stone's less worn...
A tidy slot.
No.
Rune.
I'm not.
The stone's less worn here.
Hells. Something...
A tidy...
The stone's less worn here.
Let's go with voice
A tidy
1.
slot, but...
Female
no
is
rune.
pretty, but I have female. Okay. Origin will do in just a second. So these are your proficiencies. Proficiencies are like sub-skills. So Drow, you can be a Loth Sworn, raised by Loth, who's the Spider Queen, cult in the city of Menzoberranzan. These Drow extol the virtues of their corrupt and merciless goddess. Loth marks her followers with bright red eyes, so the Underdark will learn to fear Drow on sight. So races give you some bonuses. So I've set it to feet because I live in the States. So these are just normal elf things. Dex is good. Charisma's good. Which is the other one? Okay, they're both going to give us Dex and Charisma. Rapier, short sword, superior dark vision. You're giving me something else though. No, it just has one more line. Okay. Celadrine is she's the daughter of Loth. Drow are the result of an ancient schism between the elven deities Corlin, Larithian, and Loth. The latter's treachery drove the Drow into the Underdark, where they splintered into warring factions. Seldarin Drow can be found seeking allies from all over Faerun, aiming to settle their conflict with Loth and each other by any means necessary. I think we'll go with a Loth Sworn one because, like, this dude is kind of hot as fuck. But also because I'm going to be playing an evil line character anyway. So I like, that's eye color red 1, red 2, red 3. And for any decisions, you can hit this toggle and you can see all the skin, all the eye colors. Let's look at faces. Face 6. 1, 2. Ooh, a little desiccated there. Yep, face. Not sold on. Oh. I think I'll stick with the default on this one. I'll never be silent, but that I like the main theme. Hairstyles, like Joe Cat says, it'd be nice to have a slider. Not a slider. Something is a preview. Coiffed. Also, the men have a lot of hairstyles. I noticed this making a different character. Sorry, I laugh because my housemate has this similar hairstyle. So I'm like, I made him have your hairstyle. That's kind of like anime, edgy. Friar Chic. Geralt. 20. Ooh. Okay. I've played a lot of MMOs, so I usually look at the back because, well, actually, you know, I'm so used to looking at the back of hair, but this game is actually in a 3/4 isometric point of view, so the back is actually sort of less important. Ooh, that's kind of nice. A little widowy. I like kind of looking at the hairstyles since I've played a little bit of the game, and I think of like which character models we've seen that have them. That's pretty elvish. 3, 4, 5. Zoom in, zoom out. It's just the wheel. 7. I don't know. Male height. Maybe having more options didn't actually help them. 10, 11, and we started at 12. We might just stick with 12, you know? We've looked at them all. None of them really speak to me. I like to imagine that someone's like, no, like you should have gone with X hairstyle. It was cute. Let's see. It's a little too Hero Forge. Hero Forge has some styles that look really hard on the models. Hero Forge is a site where you can make custom miniatures for tabletop. And some of the styles are better than others, so some of them, they don't sit quite right. The bangs are different on this. 23. I kind of like that anime edgy situation. 13, that's too clean for... Yeah, we'll go with this. I want like that kind of brooding elf. I'm feeling probably just, you know, dark hair. My warlock has black hair, so I'm surprised it's not giving us like a drow silver. There we go. One of these are really purple. Maybe a red. No, that did not. It's like making choices in video games. Like these are the hardest. Harder than like the actual game. It's just character creation. That's all hair colors. White one is kind of... So like I sort of wish you had like the saturation and hue sliders. I want this to be like even more bright. We'll go with gray. Gray 3's kind of doing it actually. Orange, pink. I actually usually in video games I usually go with a pink. I play Final Fantasy 14 and I rock pink hair in 14. I've had pink hair for years in 14. If I switch my hair color in 14, I like get confused. Let's kind of do gray 3. I don't need to, you know. White 2. White, gray 2. Gray. Let's go with white 2. Okay, tattoos. I don't even know. A lot of these tattoos are face tattoos. I have a face tattoo on my warlock. Well, it's a neck tattoo, I should say. I'd be surprised if I went with him, but yeah, no tattoos. He's got makeup style 4. Ooh, honey, serve those looks. I think we might go with makeup 5. Yeah, serve those looks. Okay. We're gonna go ranger. Okay, rangers are unrivaled scouts and trackers, honoring a deep connection with nature, honing a deep connection with nature in order to hunt their favorite prey. Gain proficiency in investigation. Creatures you restrain have a harder time. I did want proficiency in Arcana. That could be interesting. True Strike. Protection from good and evil. History and heavy armor. Religion and sacred flame. Wisdom. Sorry, I'm thinking. I don't care about find familiar. I have it on my other character, so I don't want to take it. Disguise and thieves tools. Cold damage resistance. Fire. I'm gonna take fire resistance because a lot of shit can get lit on fire in this game. True strike will give me advantage. Yeah, because I'm gonna have a bow. I'm gonna do a dex build, so I'm gonna have a bow. So the sacred flame cantrip is true strike will give me advantage, whereas protection from wisdom is my spellcasting modifier. Protection from good and evil. I'm overthinking this. We'll go Keeper of the Veil. Okay, sure. We'll go... Yeah. I don't know if those would make a tangible difference. Right now. Fae, Elemental, Celestial. Okay, we'll do that. Skills. So, these are checks and things in the game, just like in D&D, where it has like a number that you need to clear for a success or a failure. So if you have proficiency, you get to add your bonus to it, like in the tabletop version. And these are affected by your class and your class and your background. So I'm going to pick my abilities, then I'm going to edit my skills and my origin to give me the background we want. So what I like to do, it gives you like a recommended loadout, which is honestly like not a bad thing to do if you don't know, like you're new to D&D. So what I'm going to do first is just dump everything. So this kind of lets me know I have a racial bonus here and one of my decks. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up my decks. That's going to be my stat for shooting my arrow and stuff, so I want that high. Next, Constitution is hit points and hit points. Wisdom is what we use for spellcasting and perception, so I'd like that to be good. I don't care about my charisma being low. I don't so I took Arcana, right? We've got Arcana, so I want to be a little good at that. I don't know if I should dump my... I'm thinking if I should dump my Constitution. Let's bring it to a 0, so that way we're not losing health. So that gives us a negative strength, a negative charisma. So now we don't have it. Oh, fuck, we still got a negative. Intelligence can come down. Okay, that's fine. I don't want to higher. +2 is not bad, but I'll need to take 2 points to get it to the next level. This will take 1. Okay. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Okay, so at 18 and... Let me just check. At 18 and 16, these should go up. So I can get a +4 and a +3 at my next level. Intelligence is a +1, and then we don't have a dump. So we're going to use this. So for our skills, this kind of also tells you what you're good at. Can you push stuff? Can you shoot ranged weapons well? Beef, how good at you were talking and weaseling your way out. Can you read people well and notice stuff? And do you read books? So for my class, so this one I'm always gonna have from my class. Nope, from my background. So let's change our background. Ideally something wisdom based. Wisdom, dex, and int. So these are both, this is intelligence, that's wisdom. Dex, that could be good. We'll have a rogue, but like, it never hurts to be, sorry, that's charisma, that's dex. That's dex, no, charisma, dex. Charisma, dex. Wisdom, survival is one of those weird ones. Survival is wisdom. So that might be it for us. Folk hero. Animal handling and survival. Wisdom, charisma. Intelligence, charisma. Religion I always think is wisdom, but it's actually, medicine. I think these are both actually surprisingly intelligence skills. I actually had a cleric that I ran medicine on. Wisdom. Religion then is intelligence, yeah. Okay. Outlander, strength, wisdom. And this is where we started. So, but if I don't get, no, I get Arcana for my class, not for my background. Strength, charisma. And we're back to strength, charisma. Dex. Okay, we're back where we started. I actually think we're gonna go wisdom, and that was folk hero. You're a champion of the common people, which we're not, because we're gonna be playing an evil character. Challenging tyrants and monsters to protect the helpless. I did not think of a name. So I'm just gonna Google like drow names because I can only think of ones I'm seen in published stories. I'm running a Out of the Abyss campaign with some friends of mine, and it's really funny, but I think it's actually like a serious sort of horror-based campaign, but we've made it into a comedy. And so since it's in the Underdark, I've learned a ton of lore about the Underdark, so let's just get some male names. See which ones speak to me. Celebros, Vorn, Sengo, Tarvin, Gwynil, Serlan, Asdonit, Vuzdor, Tazel, Minoran. I like that one. Minoran. Oh, I can put a last name. Cool. I just Googled fantasy name generator. That site's amazing. All right. Minoran Hewin. No, I don't take constructive criticism. And let me just double check those are the skills we wanted. So we've got Arcana, Animal Handling, Survival. Why can I select more? It just means I'd unclick something. Okay, so these are the ones from my class I get to pick. I've got Animal Handling, Survival. I want Perception, Insight. How good are you at seeing people? How good are you at noticing the environment? Nature's intelligence, strength. Let's do stealth. Yeah. So we're going to be good at sneaking. We'll know a little bit about magic, but we don't have the highest intelligence. We're good with animals. We're good with people. The environment. So.
Tell me, who do you dream of at night?
Great question. I don't know why you do this. I haven't come across. Oh my goodness! Look at her. Wow, that is those stick out. Do they all do that? I'm now just curious how the bust model is. That only it just looks. Oh, okay. That's an interesting proportion. Okay, we're not gonna get. Ooh, they're both very pretty. We'll make a shield. We'll make a shield dwarf. Oh my god, I'll actually make there's a character in Out of the Abyss that one of my players loves. Her name is Eldith, and she's so pretty. And she is actually a shield dwarf. So, in honor of my player, we'll go ahead and just make a quick Eldith. So, no, that is not it. If I can get any kind of braided style, and if not, that over the shoulder will work just perfectly. I'm glad that these have more options than the Tiefling female didn't have a lot of hair options, and I think that's probably just because of the horns, but it was a little sad. Some of the NPCs have these different hairstyles that are not Tiefling locked. It's just a little sad. Like, some of these would totally work with Tiefling horns. I just think it depends how they modeled. I really like that hair 5. It just depends how they modeled them. Hair 1 is pretty. 1, 3, those are just a little short. 5. We'll do 1, because maybe I'll do 5 if I do player character. I think Eldith has green eyes. It's not super imperative, so I'm not going to check. I do think Eldith I do think she's white. So we'll probably just stick with cool tone 2. Oh, that's a little green. That's also a little green. Yeah, pallid. I really like, I saw this with Tiefling, that even when you're using these different undertones in the darker shades, they look like people. They don't look like, you know, they've never seen black people.
The stone's less worn here.
Perfect.
Recently uncovered.
So, I did Shield Dwarf. Shield Dwarves survived a long fall from grace, surrendering many of their ancient kingdoms in wars with goblins and orcs. These losses have led to a cynical mindset, yet Shield Dwarves will endure anything to restore their ancestral homelands. And that's like a plot point in Out of the Abyss, that they're taking back the city of Gauntlgrim. Venture forth. That's a Mind Flayer ship called a Nautiloid. If you're interested in learning more about ships in D&D, check out Jordan, the PH is silent. He's doing a series on Spelljammer. subtle we're the third Baldur's Gate imagery there. My game loads really fast because I upgraded my RAM and some other things. Alright, so the game will tell us a little bit about the UI, user interface. So it actually is similar to an MMO. L is going to be our quest log. Find a way off the Nautiloid. We've been abducted by mind flayers and infected with some kind of parasite. We need to find a way off the ship. Let's look at our characters. So we started out with a sword and a bow, some grease, potion, and a revivify. I already know I want to...
be stuck inside if we hadn't been attacked.
I like that voice. I'm going to go ahead and take everything that's not a spell off this hotbar. This is our opportunity attack. I'll expand that in combat. Okie doke. You can hit this when you play if you need to like get a tooltip. Click on the ground or hold left button to begin exploring. Oh, journal is where these are. I was looking for something but couldn't find it. So this will explain in the journal section in tutorials. These will come up and kind of tell you different things about the game controls, and also when we get a little further in, it kind of explains like some D&D mechanics. To move the camera, it's WASD, and you can phase through walls a little, and then the camera sort of has like a max move from your character. And then if you need to get back, you just click them.
Not getting back in that thing.
And if you hit Alt, you can kind of see stuff you haven't
Someone else got out.
touched, or like things you can.
Might be other survivors.
It won't show everything, but it's good for like knowing like, oh, okay, like autosave. Knowing that, like, hey, there's a body you can loot. And we're gonna take out. Creates a force that pulls in any nearby unfixed items. The numerous suction cups on this ball expand and constrict rhythmically as if breathing. They latch onto anything they can get a hold of.
Good.
Alright, what's this thing?
This is the pool that thing came from. The parasite now writhing behind your eye.
Oh, there's our first technical glitch. Let's see, so we can reach towards and we can investigate, and then we'll get a difficulty class. And we have a +1, so it'll subtract 1 from the difficulty. So the game is saying that glitch is hilarious. It's saying we need to get a 9 on this. I'm pointing, you can't see. We need to get a 9 to succeed. And if we didn't have our +1 in intelligence, we would need a 10. So we'll go ahead and roll. We passed. It makes a different sound when you
The
fail.
casing is fragile. The slightest touch could cause it to crumble.
You can hit the arrow keys and let's just go for it.
Its
Let's
casing
reach.
crumbles beneath your hands, sloshing volatile brine as it collapses.
Okay, not our greatest decision. So fire, you can dip your weapon and it'll actually do like more damage. Also, these can be attacked and I don't want to be under them when it does it. I didn't make that mistake last time, but it is worth noting. These will heal you.
I feel better.
I hate these because they look like giant sphincters. I'm not taking that back. You heard me here. They look like giant sphincters. We'll go ahead and loot these.
Am I in the hells?
Potion. Scroll. So when you get a scroll, you can use them even though you don't know the spell as like single-use items. And then you can actually pick up stuff. There we go. We got a caustic ball.
Odd.
That's a brain in a jar. If you right-click and examine, It tells you its stats, if it has combat stats, and kind of how to damage it. A humanoid brain, alive and in perfect condition, suspended in the cerebrospinal fluid. What happens if I want to attack? Nope. Nope. No, it won't let us. Oh.
Curious.
And caustic bulb creates a puddle of caustic brine that deals 1d4 acid damage per turn. Soft to the touch and covered with a thin layer of colorless slime. In the inventory menu, if you hit this arrow with lines, you can sort your inventory. All right, let's find out what that terrifying whispering sound is.
Brains.
Can I attack that? It has health, that's why I wonder. It's interesting that he does not want to face the thing he's attacking. That's an interesting decision. Don't know if that's the game telling me stop it. We're gonna just make sure. And yeah, it was the game. You can toggle between your melee and your ranged weapon with this button. Okay. Before we go find out what that terrifying voice is. The neural apparatus. Alright, let's go towards the creepy voice. Because as you know in video games, the creepy voice is always good. Cartilaginous chest. The flesh-like lid of this rubbery container seems to quiver when touched. It's not the only thing. Agate. A fine stone for carving often found at the base of volcanoes. Hitting the Alt key helps you not miss things. You can rotate the camera with delete and the end key. So let's check this and then listen to the creepy voice. Spiked bulb. A sticky sap-like substance trickles down the spikes of this bulb. Okay. Under operation. That's me at the end of a long work week.
Yes, you've come to save us from this place. From this place you'll free us.
The exposed brain quivers in expectation.
Please. Before they return. They return.
If you saw in the corner it said perception successful, it's running insight and perception checks, sometimes passively in the background, to see what dialogue options. Oh, Jesus, these are terrifying.
The enemy. So many enemies. A newborn. Born new from this husk.
You know no creature like this. One that is more
Failed
brain
Arcana.
than person.
Remove us from this body. From this case. Free us. Please.
Investigate. Yeah, there's no reason not to investigate it first. Before I try to pry it out. Yes. I dumped
You
intelligence
notice edema,
on my other
a
character.
swelling of the brain causing pressure where it strains against the shell of the skull.
That'll probably bring the DC down to get it. DC is difficulty,
Before they return.
difficulty challenge, difficulty class.
They return.
That's what it is. It's just the threshold to beat. So our strength, we don't have a modifier on. +3 in dex. I have advantage on medicine? I have advantage on medicine because we passed the investigation. Advantage means it'll roll twice and take the highest. So we're going to go with medicine even though it's a +2 because we have advantage. I'm excited. Yes! Yes! My other character, I failed all these checks and just destroyed the brain.
The brain lifts from the skull, but you notice an opportunity. You could cripple the strange creature, making it more subservient should it prove a threat.
We're gonna hashtag mutilate the brain. I don't trust anything here.
The creature seems unaware of your interference. It relaxes in your hands.
This is terrifying, by the way. Wow, I hate it.
We
Thank
are
you.
free. Our freedom is ours, friend.
The creature pauses, listening. Something behind your eyes seizes in recognition.
We must go to the helm. At the helm, we are needed.
The brain tenses, as though querying an unseen advisor.
Do you not hear it? We will not survive here. We are needed to navigate. We are needed to leave this realm.
What should I call you?
Us. We are us.
Yeah, sure,
To the
let's
helm
go.
we go. We are going to the helm.
Okay, this is terrifying. This is, oh god. Ooh, can I loot your body? That's a very gamer thing to do. You don't have anything. I wanted to examine aberration, small newborn. Oh, this thing's terrifying. Okay, onwards we go. Oh, those are called intellect devourers. We'll see one fairly soon, actually. They do not, if I understand my lore right, they do not become mind flayers. They don't mature in that way. Intellect devourers are low level-ish, but they can be very deadly because they damage your intelligence. It's saying we can control the camera, there's tooltips, and that there's a jump. Intellect devourers can be dangerous because they do damage and they can affect your intelligence stat, and if your intelligence stat is low enough, they will just kill you. You'll just die. Critical Role shows this with Grog in the Crackhammer arc. So they go to the Underdark for a little bit. Auto-saved? Yep. I'm gonna manual save in a second. So there's someone up there. Talk. Examine and attack.
Abomination. This is your end.
Your head throbs and your skin tingles. Visions rush past. A dragon's wing, a silver sword, and a flash of your face seen through the strange woman's eyes.
Oh, my head. What is this? Skvar, you are no thrall. Vlaakith blesses me this day. Together, we might survive. Imps block the path forward. You will assist me in destroying them. We must reach the helm before we transform.
Transform? Who are you? It's the helm on the way out.
We carry mind flayer parasites. Unless we escape, unless we are cleansed, our bodies and minds will be tainted and twisted. Within days, we will be Geich, mind flayers.
Weird. Who are you?
Who am I? Your only chance of survival. And you mine, though it pains me to say it.
We're turning into mind flayers. There must be something we could do. You know what? My character is a drow, and drow do know about mind flayers because they both live in the Underdark, but in different depths. So he would know it, that it's basically inevitable.
It is where we might gain control of the Ga'arth, the ship. Once in command, we will deal with our Gaith captors.
Mind flayers are those octopus
First,
dudes.
we exterminate the imps.
They're
Then we
fairly
find the helm
strong.
and take control of the ship.
They
As for that thing, it will remain tame as long as it believes we are thralls. It may be of use in the fight to come.
mind flayers are fairly strong, and they have the. Oh, jeez, this is gonna be annoying because my saves are on. Oh, that's annoying. It's like the same save on one instead of characters being their own. So we'll just make a new save, keep those autosaves as buffers. Mind flayers can make humans into mind flayers. So they are quite dangerous. So we're gonna sneak, actually. If you press the... Fuck! We started combat. I was gonna tell you how sneak worked. You can see sight lines. Okay. Yeah, I know. I will tell them a bit better. This is your turn order called Initiative in D&D. You roll your D20 and then add your Dex modifier. This is how we switch our weapons, and we have a couple of weapon specials. Not as many as Lae'zel will get and the Rogue. This is jump, fire, dip your stuff into fire, push, hide, stealth, assist, knock unconscious, we're never going to do that, dash, double your movement, toss things. This is the character's health. This tells you you have an action and it goes away once you've used it. End turn if there's nothing you can do. She's a fighter, so she can give herself a little health once per short rest, and her racial lets her use Mage Hand, which I still haven't found a use for in this game. And I remembered I was gonna give her stuff to throw, but actually I realized she has a bow. So it's her turn first. So if you hit shift, you can see where the sight lines are. You cannot hide if it's in a sight line. And if you have a hide advantage, your accuracy goes up. Also, this can and does explode if it's in fire. I've learned that the hard way. So I'm gonna get Lae'zel as close as possible. And she's got a sword right now and a bow. I'm gonna switch to her bow. Not enough movement. Well, I can actually be in the sight line because I want her to go this way. I just need to be close enough right now to hit this, and then I'll move. And end turn. So it's saying I've used my action, I have a bonus action, and I have some move left. So Imp is on fire. I want to go ahead and get near the fire, but I don't want to be on fire. So we'll move here and switch to my... I want to switch to my sword and my chair. Oh my gosh. Okay, what can you do? Claws, 2d4. Okay, so he's an ally. He can jump, hide, run. Got it. Claws. So we'll just... he's not going to get anyone this turn. Oh, that skittering sound is terrifying. We'll have him dash so he can get closer. Your movement is 30, but if you kind of just get near it, you can, like... Don't futz with it being exact. They'll stop when they're out of movement. So he'll take fire damage. So if he moves out and doesn't jump, she should be able to take a swipe. So let's see how far we can move Minoran. Next turn we can get up and move here. Stop putting items on my bar. And we're gonna go ahead and get rid of... How much damage do I do? 1d6 plus 3. So if I do 3 or more, he's dead. Let's go ahead and go for this dude. Fuck! Wanted you to do more damage. I'm still not sure how the damage calculation works because it's a little different than the tabletop. We're in his sight line, so there's no point in hiding. There's no fire we can't dip, so we'll end. 4 damage. I'll take that. She's just gonna... Well, boof. I'm gonna have her dip. She's a little... I don't want her to be so close that she lights herself on fire, which you only do once before you don't. I think she'll still... Oh, yes! Okay, now that her sword's on fire... You know what? Ah, damn, I should have switched weapons. She has a bow, so if I used my bow, she could, attack. But that's okay. I'll just end her turn. You... Oh, I hate that sound. Attack the simp. Good, good. Did you do it twice? No. Okay. End turn. So, like I said, if he moves, he's gonna have to take the damage. Let's climb up. 95. Yes. And we're gonna hide. And end turn. Believe you me, I was not that great when I started. I've done this fight 3 times because I died twice. Honestly, he's just gonna get arrowed, so I'm just gonna start cleaning some bodies off. We'll just get closer. Yeah, it's not gonna hurt to get closer. Do I have the dash? No. Because I took my action. You're not gonna get close enough. We'll just end your turn. It's a little faster, honestly. Woo! Alright, time to loot.
Surprisingly adequate in battle.
Thank you, Lae'zel. I've done this fight 3 times.
To the hell.
Her name is Lae'zel. I love her. She's a bad bitch. Remember, if you shoot those, they light on fire. I hadn't used it in a fight, so I was like, ooh, what does it do? Well, I didn't. I had to redo the fight. Loot the body, loot the bodies. Let the bodies hit the floor. Potion of Speed grants haste for 3 turns. The solution ripples and splashes of its own accord, almost like it's trying to escape the battle. Honestly, Queen, who isn't in this year? I'm gonna move all the items to the main character because they're the main character. Actually, I'm gonna leave weapons on Lae'zel because she obviously is story relevant because you saw her in the opening cinematic and she is quite strong. So especially because we're doing a dex build, so she can actually carry more stuff without being encumbered. So this is a health pod. Yeah. Love to see it. So enthralled is like us. We're like under the mind flayers. Schemes? Like the dude we saw that we got us from. If you're a thrall, you're got a parasite, they're working on you, magic. It's not good. It's it's a fucking death sentence. That's what it is. Wow, he's hit the invisible wall there. Hit the invisible wall on the head. Characters from the fucking Underdark.
Boo got me. Got me. Got me. Right in the gut. Tell the babes I'll be alright. The mind flayers have already enthralled her. Leave her, or we will share her fate.
I actually, on my other character, I killed them to put them out of their misery, so I won't on this one.
Lend a hand, won't you, love? There's a rat in the kitchen. 10 red rats. And they're flying and they're clawing.
Well, that's quite a situation, isn't it? I'm in something sightlines, but I think it'll be okay. Ooh, dagger. I want to see if our sword is finesse. It is, okay. What that means is our sword is gonna do damage based on our dex modifier instead of our strength modifier. Lazel's is on her strength modifier, and that's okay because she has a 17 strength where we have 17 dex. So I'm actually going to be an edgelord and give him the dagger in the second hand. And so if he's in melee, he can use a bonus action to do a second attack. Let me take your oh my god, you have a lot of stuff. An eldritch blade, alive and in perfect condition, suspended in cerebrospinal fluid. Potion of poison resistance grants resistance to poison damage until your next long rest. Popular among politicians and adventurers alike. Mega grass bundle. Found near water, though these tough, inflexible reeds make a fine building material and an excellent hiding place. Wispweed bundle, said to be the hair of travelers who sank in the swamps. Wispweed is mostly harmless. And belladonna. This coastal plant is often harvested by superstitious folk who believe it can protect against lycanthropy. In truth, its toxic flowers are more likely to harm than to cure. I don't think I ran into those on my first playthrough. We took a little bit of damage, and since we only have 10 health, I'm going to get to full because it's infinite, and then we will go up. There's a map, by the way. If you hit M, it's the map. That's the destination. And go up. And do a save. Alright, save. Absolutely. Okay. I want to sneak a little. Hi game. Can you show me the plane that is up higher? Oh, I'm actually gonna rotate the camera. Okay, that helped. Okay, that's what I wanted. Jesus. Okay, do these things rotate? Okay. Oh fuck, there's something else that can see me. Okay, hide. Wanna dip. And Lazel, I want you to hide. And I also want you to dip. And we're in position for combat! Oh, I feel great doing that. When I first did this fight, it was like a battle of attrition. Oh, the other character has not entered combat right now. There we go. If you're like in stealth, your combat factor works a little differently. Oh my god, you guys, this is so cool. Okay, when I first did this fight, there was actually an intellect devourer over here that was causing me a whole host of issues. But I think because I took him with me, he's here. This is really cool, actually. I think they'll see us. No? Nope. Alright, let's dip. And let's dip. And I want her to do a main hand attack on this dude. And I want you to do a ranged attack. Oh, she is in dialogue. I like to toy with death. I'm gonna fucking kill you. Where's the other enemy? Oh, you can actually click them and it'll show you. Okay, he's here. Oh, okay, she's the only one left. Got it. And turn. So I guess the fire damage doesn't save. That's a little interesting. It's not a big deal. I'll be dead next turn. Bum, bum. How dare you? Okay, I was like, we're all in combat, right? Alright, place your bets. We'll actually use our... Yes! Swords. Alright, we'll go ahead and... Huh! The Intellect Devourer was already dead, so it was up here. I wonder what that was about. That's interesting. So it seems like there's some amount of adjustments, or... It's not obviously completely random, but there's a little bit of variety. Ooh, a sharp bow. I was gonna go back and heal, but we're at full health, so we will continue on. Onwards, onwards. Let's rotate. Oh, that's the direction we came. Got it. I like to see it, the camera this way. So... That's always obviously some bad mojo there. Let's go down this sphincter hallway. Oh, my timer went off. I'm gonna play and we'll finish the prologue, the intro section? I guess we'll call it the intro section. And then once we do that, we'll call it an episode. I still don't want these added to my HUD. There we go. Come through this sphincter. Doorway. Doorway. Heal.
Istik, back! Touch nothing without knowing its purpose.
Sigil.
Can't read this script.
Oh god. Okay.
Another mystery.
Oh my god.
The man isn't dead, but he's totally unresponsive.
Relatable?
Life flickers in his eyes, but he seems totally unaware of his surroundings.
He's cute though.
Get me out of this damn thing! We have no time for stragglers.
Evil character. I am.
Wait! Get me out of here! I can help you! Good. Eyes up and don't look back.
Oh my
No
god.
time. There is no time.
I like desperately tried to save her when I did this the first time. And I failed this and I reloaded it.
Runes.
And then I looked it up
Wide open unless they're destroyed.
to find out if she could.
Are you satisfied? We need to go.
I am
Leave the one. The one must be left.
I am Drow. Oh.
Wait! That can't be. There has to be another way. Please! It cannot be helped. Come.
Safe if she stays. Safe if we go.
If I remember my Drow lore correctly, Lolth the Spider Queen lives in the Abyss, and I want to switch to my range weapon. And she has That's gonna light on fire. I'm just so curious, like, can I like fuck Shadowheart over? Loth lives in the abyss, and she controls a thing called the demon webs, I want to say, and it's, yeah, once you're in the abyss, you're kind of fucked. But I haven't looked as much into that. Maybe that'll be something to do. Okay. I accidentally picked up that chest instead of just opening it. Here it is. Made of precious stone and carved in gold, the chest is both sturdy and pleasing to the eye. Okay, it's a trade shop item. Got it. Okay. So we have no idea what those buttons do. And I hear you, gamers at home who might want me to push the buttons. We will not, because that's not what Minoran would do. Minoran is not your gamer. Ooh.
Helm to the helm.
Oh.
We must not delay.
That's interesting. I don't know if I encountered that one on my run.
A dazed woman is trapped inside the pod. She doesn't notice you.
She looks further along, honestly. That's tough. Also, you can sit. Drained cleric. Elaborate key. Gold small bottle.
Key? For what? Could mean anything.
Alright. He's not fucking with this shit. He knows what mind flayers are. He's like not about to get involved in trying to save everyone. He knows. He knows. Oh, I want to kill that for experience, but we're not doing like we're not doing like, you know when you play a game and you want to clear everything because you paid for the game? We're not doing that, even if we want to. That's what my other one is for. We'll go ahead and save the game. I do try to save kind of frequently. Not always, just like, oh, there's combat, but I do try to save frequently. Also, it's usually fairly easy to tell. I did want to go light that on fire, if it's still there. Ooh, fascinating. Oh my god, did it blow? No, that's a glitch. No, I shouldn't say that's glitched. I'm just too far. Interesting. I want to blow that, but I don't want to be near it. Oh, did I lose the fire effect? Oh well. That is okay. Alright, through the doorways. We won't call them sphincters. Ah, thank you, autosave. There's some glitching, obviously. I don't know if they'll fix those tentacles. I mean, kudos for them for deciding that they wanted to model tentacles. I play a tiefling and my tail glitches all the time. Like, it's amazing.
Collect the nerves of the transponder. We must escape now.
Do it. We will deal with the Geich after we escape.
Connect the nerves. Nerves. We will connect them.
He's creepy. Creepy cute, I guess. Alright.
Get out of here.
We'll send him to attack. We'll send us to attack. And we're gonna start looting the bodies. We're still gaming a little. We're not done, but you cannot skip enemy turns as far as I know. Loot. And you might be like, they probably have nothing on them. I don't know. we're gonna go ahead and just use our dash on this. Because I really want this stuff. I pressed dash. There. I'm like, I have move meat. Thrall. Okay, someone had stuff. Well, I'll start her there. She can't hide and turn. Oh, critical miss. Can I equip 2 short swords at the same time? That's what I'm wondering right now. Are they light? Oh, yes. So if a weapon is light, that means you can dual wield it. So we're gonna do a Dritz de Orden. Dritz is like a super famous character in D&D. He's a drow. He is a drow ranger. And he dual wields scimitars and has a panther. He's pretty attractive. Okay. Use our bow. We'll go ahead and loot. I know fire damage. That's why I did a little meta gaming and took the fire damage. So if we moved out, we would take damage from backing away. That's in D&D called an opportunity attack. So we will let the game take care of that. I just want to check and make sure it's saved that I gave him that short sword. Nope. Well, I need to equip it on his turn. This is possible. I'll try doing it. It is not his turn. I'll try doing it on his turn and see if that's why, because we're in combat. Yeah, we'll kill this dude. Yes, love to see it. If I say love to see it, I follow a YouTuber named Plumbella. And she is from somewhere in England. I can't tell you where. I don't. Oh, damn it! I was trying to avoid that opportunity attack. Whatever. I'll just move out of the fire then. Yeah, just let me not be in fire. And she says, "Love to see it." We'll go ahead and loot that imp, and we're just gonna go straight through. That I did like this sort of situation the first time. We'll just go straight through. Get these two. Get this one. Okie doke. We'll just go straight on through. I like that it says empty, so you do have a kind of sense. And we'll go ahead and switch. Oh, we were gonna see if we couldn't equip a second sword. Yes, we can do more melee damage now. I don't have enough range to do a bonus action. Dancing light. I have dark vision, so I don't really need dancing lights, but Lae'zel does not have dark vision. Fire damage is sometimes worse than anything else. We'll go ahead and move closer, switch to her bow. I'm glad that worked because I actually then was like, I want to use a potion. But potions are bonus actions in this. In normal D&D 5e, potions are actions and not bonus actions unless you have, unless it's house ruled or if there's a feat you take. That's something you've got to talk with your DM, Dungeon Master, about. How you want potions to work. In the unofficial Taldore campaign guide for Critical Role, there is a feat called Fast Drinker, and Fast Drinker lets you take potions as a bonus action. That was not dash. There you go. Get to the helm. Get to the helm. Those swords are stuck together.
Hurry before they strike.
Lae'zel, you're not like wrong, but also I only have so much movement. We'll also just with her do that dash. There you go. We'll go this way. Oh, I fucked myself. I'm gonna have to use jump to get out. So if I move Lae'zel right now and didn't use jump to disengage, she's going to take damage from Demon Dude, which will probably kill her. Let me make sure he doesn't have any items. Get that to Lae'zel. Short sword, long sword, short sword. Okay. Because we're not gonna have us forever. I regret to inform you. I forgot. Yeah, that's rough. I loved you well. In 5th edition, you only take the opportunity to hack if you start, yes, thank you, dual wield. And then you can use your bonus action. So you boom boom if you're dual wielding, and then you can use another bonus action to do an offhand. So you can do a total of 3. No. Baldur's Gate is letting you do a boom boom, and then I think it lets you do your bonus action as this. I think. Still haven't figured it out. D&D lets you do main hand boom, bonus action boom to get boom boom, but I think this lets you do boom boom and then you can do an extra boom. Or to quote, Marisha Ray, pop pop. But sometimes you can do pop pop pop. And we'll just end that turn. I'm kind of sad about us. Like, I knew he wasn't gonna, be with us forever, but got a little attached. Okay, so it's automatically using the bonus action. That makes more sense. So we'll just end turn so we don't take that opportunity to... There you go. I really just want to see what these two have. Keep forgetting that well, it's just weird that it's quite the departure from 5e, which is good. I mean, like, kudos for them. Obviously, you're making it into a video game, so some things have to be different. But then it doesn't have me take it. It's just a little inconsistent, and I wish it weren't. All right, let's get as close as possible.
Forward, Istik, before more dragons come.
We're out of movement. Lae'zel, do you want to? No, wait. Actually, I don't want her to. The reason is if it triggers cutscene, I want her to. Ooh! Oh wow! I didn't know that they actually like summon more. That's interesting. When I did it the first time, I apparently managed to do it faster. No, fuck, I didn't want you to move. I was just looking around the room. Alright. Next turn. You're ours. He is losing, actually. Well, I can get that they're upset. Like, if we're in hell, Avernus is the top layer of hell, of the 9 hells. I can get being a little upset. Here we go.
The Helm's alien transponder. You made it in time.
That was a glitch. Bug? What do you call like a graphical hiccup? It's not really a glitch. No, it's a glitch. Bug? Oh, but you only meant well. Well, of course you did. Ooh, what you said. Oh, that it's all for the best. Because it is what you say. Ooh, it's just what we need. Who decided this? What you say? Ooh, what did you say? Fighting from the high ground gives you a substantial advantage over your foes. Shar and Saloon fight a divine war of darkness versus light. Worshippers mirror this crusade. Be aware of your fights in new areas. You might end up with unexpected allies. Fighting from high ground gives you advantage. Oh my god, I've actually seen that NPC in my other playthrough. Ooh, drow. I hate how flat the texture is on that breastplate. Like, his looks like it's got layers, but like the way they did the chain and the buckles on her breastplate, especially on her left side, just look completely flat. Like, how they managed to make that look so flat while his braids are looking good, I'll never understand. Whoa, Mickey! It's like he got wasted. He just gets hit in the... See, like, it's not like his body that gets hit that gets me. He just, like, gets hit in the face, and then he's like, I can't do this. And he just fucking falls. It's like if somebody threw something at your face while you were sitting, and you, like, fell out of your chair. It's unreal. Unreal Engine. Knocked down, yeah, we sure are. We'll hit a checkpoint and then we'll call it for today.
I can't believe I'm in one piece.
Quest updated. Escape the Nautiloid. We did that. Boom. Removing the parasite. Find a way to remove the Mind Flayer parasite. We've escaped hell on the Nautiloid and crashed somewhere in the back in the material plane. We need to explore the area and find a healer. Lae'zel told us that the parasite in our heads will transform us into Mind Flayers. We need to find a way to remove it. Now don't walk. We're not RP players in Final Fantasy XIV going through a dungeon. I think the game is actually very pretty. I do have it on the highest graphical settings. Not everything gets highlighted, most things, but Not everything. So,
Must have been fishing when these monsters came. Bad luck.
yeah, exactly my thoughts. Backpack. Get some food. Shanties for the bitch queen. And we all row with the spray upon our necks, and we all row with the spray upon our backs, and we all row with the sea beneath our feet, and the bitch queen stays the storm. Wave mother, mother, lash us to the prow. Wave mother, we ask to sail your skirt if you allow. Wave mother, sink us if you will. Wave mother, our skulls are yours, with brine and sand to fill. Souls away and anchor still, the wind won't move. Without the bitch queen's will, we'll wait gladly years and days till the bitch queen brings the waves. Hey ho, she told us so. Hey ho, she told us so. I don't know what sea shanties sound like. I have a dear friend, and no, I don't want to be in turn-based mode right now. I have a dear friend, and loves sea shanties. She's on a sea shanty kick, but I don't know what they sound like. And so I did not try to pretend I did. Let's see what that letter is. Perfumed letter, still legible in spite of water stains and smeared ink. Sigh, I love you. There, I said it. And if you meet me tomorrow, I'll say it again and again, and keep saying on till we're old and gray. So let's do it. Let's go to Baldur's Gate. I know it's risky, but so staying here. The last few months have been hard, but they're always a little easier when you're there. Leave your boat and meet me at the hill overlooking the old bridge. Bring whatever you can carry. We'll make do without the rest. Don't be late. Just love, Anna. It's really sad, Anna. I've got some news. I think this actually does, like, make me feel kind of sad. Like, it's mangled fishermen, it's commoners.
Those wretched things.
Okay. So the game is saying, hey. So let's investigate a little in another direction then. Yeah, I think the game is actually doing a pretty good job of, like, being like, hey, like, these were just, like, people out and about living their, like, lives, and, like, a bunch of mind flayers and intellect devourers, like, came and, like, just destroyed this part of the coast. Dead fisher, wooden barrel. That's a familiar character, and she actually
can't hold forever. Come on.
Might be mad at us. Fast travel.
Blasted door, right? What? Stop! Not another step or I'll... Wait. It's you. You're the one who tried to free me on the ship.
Oh,
At least you made the effort.
I didn't really
Suddenly,
try.
You see what she sees, feel what she feels. Confusion, resolve, and a hint of gratitude.
Ah! Did you feel that? You've got the same thing I do. In your head.
Loth Sworn. I don't feel a thing, no idea. The mind swap. Oh my god, I'm gonna do drow
Well, I'm
option.
not most. I respect drow. I've no quarrel with you unless you make one. Anyway, we've both got more pressing concerns, like these tadpoles in each of our heads.
The drow.
These things are going to consume us from the inside and turn us into mind flayers. You and I need a healer. Finding one won't be easy in this wilderness. We'll need supplies. I'm hoping something of use might be behind this door, but I've barely made a dent in it so far.
Drow have a bad reputation because they live underground, which isn't bad, but they kidnap people from the surface by attacking them with poison, and that's their specialty. and they take literally anyone they can find in the surface, near the surface, or lost slightly underground in the Underdark, and they capture them to sell them as slaves. So that is why the Drow have a bad reputation, because the main society of the Drow in Menzoberranzan has a major slave trade. My understanding from the Dritz novel is that Drows are not all evil, and that actually about 20% of Drows are good aligned. But it's the specific culture of Menzoberranzan that makes Drows into like a all quote unquote always evil race. So my understanding about reading about this for Out of the Abyss is that if you had a Drow that it's nurture, not nature. So if you had a Drow that like was raised, you know, wherever your campaign is set, they're just like any other character, player character or not, where they can be any alignment. Yeah, that's your info dump on Drows. Okay, I merely made a dent in it so far. It looks like you need a hand. What you're making is a racket.
It already has. These things here didn't die in their sleep. I'm going to see what's at the top of this cliff. Hopefully there's no more of these creatures along the way. Well, these things have been giving me plenty of practice, but I'd rather get out of here than push my luck.
Alliances have been made unless I could use your help. Do you know if anyone else survived the crash? There are lots of people. I'm leaving.
No, unless you count these monsters. You're the friendliest face so far, which really isn't saying much. Was that a threat? It was a bit toothless. You're out of your element here, I think.
Yeah, alliances have been made
company
unless.
For our final moments. But you're right. Whatever lies ahead will be a little less daunting with support. You can call me Shadowheart.
I'm Minoran Hewin. Let's make haste. How did you end up on the ship in the first place? Best to pull our knowledge. What do you know about the tadpole? I've never met an elf, half or otherwise, with such an enticing name. I'll go with the drow option.
I've never met a drow with a sense of humor. Perhaps we'll get along.
Call me... What do you know about the tadpole?
Very little. Supposedly, those monsters breed by planting their tadpoles in people's heads. Over time, the infected victim turns into a mind flayer. I don't remember how long it takes, but we should hurry.
How did you end up on the ship?
That is none of your business. I suggest we concentrate on surviving. Lead
Hello.
the way.
Oh wow, we got a duplicate. That glitched in. Alright, we'll loot these and then save. Before we save and log off, there's complaint is maybe a strong word. People are a little annoyed at Shadowheart's stat allocation. She is a cleric, but her stats don't really work for... Did this need a key? I was like, why did I get a key? It said story item. So now I can sell this because it's heavy, but it's not worth anything. So drop item. So she's a cleric. A cleric in D&D, there's a primary spellcaster and people who are not primary spellcasters. I'm going to adjust the HUD while I chat. And so she is a primary spellcaster. Oh, martial class in spellcasting. That's what it is. So she is a primary spellcaster. And her main stat for her class is going to be wisdom. For clerics, you can pick a domain, and your domain is going to give you some oomph. Your domain is going to give you sort of class spells that you can use and you don't have to prepare them. So in D&D, toggle spells, in D&D, you can know a certain amount of spells per day, which is 4 for her right now. And then you have cantrips, which you can only know 4, and you can use these unlimited. I know these highlighted ones, but I can only use 2 a day. And then this is my domain action. So your domain gives you, in tabletop, gives you spells that you always know, and you don't have to take it from your prepared spell number. I don't think you have domain spells in Baldur's Gate 3. I haven't noticed it so far. And then your domain also gives you like a little something depending on your class. So she has Blessing of the Trickster, and it gives another creature advantage on stealth checks. So the current problem right now with Shadowheart's build is that a Trickster domain cleric usually wants to focus on dexterity or strength. Dexterity for ranged options is more common. You'll see like Jester from Critical Role does a strength build, but her dexterity Jesters is also quite good because your armor class is calculated in tabletop on your dex modifier and your armor. Armor is a little hard to come by in Baldur's Gate, so I'm not quite sure how it's calculated. So she still gets a -1 because she has a low dexterity, and then her shield gives her +2. So she has a 14 in hers, which is the same as us, which is not good, not bad. But the problem with her things are that my character is meant to be at a distance because I made sorry, I'm going to my stats. Let's go to this one. I made my character stealth based. So his ranged weapons are off his dexterity stat. So even though we have the same amount of health, 9 and 10 points, I can be at a distance. Shadowheart has bad dexterity, so if you put her further away, she can't do anything other than use her spells and cantrips, which is what cleric's designed for. But it also doesn't give you as much versatility as knowing she had a bow to back her up. So her strength stat says that she's a strength hybrid, if not like an okay frontliner. But her constitution is pretty low. It's her 4th highest stat, and her AC is not high, her armor class is not high, and neither is her hit points. So she should have these flipped, and it would make her easier to play. But right now she sort of occupies a middle ground because she doesn't have a lot of health, but she does need to be in a decent range to get her healing spells on other characters. So I won't be surprised if we do some fights and when you see Shadowheart go down. I have a problem with where to put her in combat, but I also can't get rid of her because she is the only one that knows how to heal. I'm hoping that I'll also learn how to heal, because Rangers are going to get spellcasting, or they do in tabletop. I'm sure they do in Baldur's Gate, but in tabletop that's what they do. A ranger is between a fighter and a druid, and so it's a hybrid class that's both got martial elements and spellcasting elements. So that is why we kept our wisdom high, aside from for perception and insight, is so that when our spellcasting comes online, that we are able to use it well. And our spellcasting is almost as good as Shadowheart's. She might have just barely a higher, she's gonna have a higher modifier, but it's really close. So we have a +2, yeah, so she has a +3. So I'm hoping to bench Shadowheart once I get spellcasting on, because the only reason I have her on my warlock is because she has healing word and she can heal. I found Guiding Bolt useful, of course. It's a bread and butter attack, but Healing Word is why I keep her. So, thanks for joining me. Let's go ahead and do some save management. New game. I like to do new game because it like makes a nice, pretty thing. And we're gonna delete the ones from today that we didn't use. We're gonna keep a 2 autosave buffer between my main character's save file because I have time in that and I'm crying. So I'm gonna go ahead and put those YouTube links in, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.